morning. Thank God it's Friday. My name is Austin. I work here at Serenity House, and I'm going to read the just for today. Goodwill. Goodwill is best exemplified in service. Proper service is doing the right thing for the right reason. The spiritual core of our disease is self-centeredness. In dealing with others, the only motive our addiction taught us was selfishness. We wanted what we wanted when we wanted it. Obsession with self was rooted in the very ground of our lives. In recovery, how do we root self-obsession out? We reverse the effects of our disease by applying a few very simple spiritual principles. To counteract the self-centeredness of our addiction, we learn to apply the principle of goodwill. Rather than seeking to serve only ourselves, we begin serving others. Rather than thinking only about what we can get out of a situation, we learn to think first of the welfare of others. When faced with the moral choice, we learn to stop, recall spiritual principles, and act appropriately. As we begin doing the right thing for the right reason, we can detect a change in ourselves. Where once we were ruled by self-will, now we are guided by our goodwill for others. The chronic self-centeredness of our addiction is losing its hold on us. We are learning to practice these principles in all our affairs. We are living in our recovery, not in our disease. Just for today, wherever I am, whatever I do, I will seek to serve others, not just myself. When faced with a dilemma, I will try to do the right thing for the right reason. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking about motives, because there's a thin line of being selfish and taking care of yourself. You know, there's what I had to learn in recovery is just to practice spiritual principles until I could figure out what the difference in because you've got to be somewhat selfish in your life, is what I thought. That was my understanding. But really, I just have to do some really core things to take care of myself. I don't have to be selfish. And once I do those core things to take care of myself, then I can practice spiritual principles. Those spiritual principles usually serve others and myself in return. And so, because I wanted to complicate everything and make it really hard and think that I needed to be self-centered to be able to take care of myself, I was able just to follow a simple program. In this program, I do core things for my goodwill every day, and then I practice principles, and I have to learn what those principles are. I have to define them, and I have to learn how to apply them in my life. And that's why I'm grateful for the spiritual principles, because it gets me out of myself, gets me out of here. I'm not negotiating with the disease of addiction. I can just do some really simple things, and next thing you know, it's turned my life around and my mentality, and I'm not trying to feel this self-centeredness. I hope that y'all have a good weekend. Thank y'all for tuning in.